Hi YouTube. I am doing laundry right now, and I said I'd do another video tonight. So while I'm killing time for laundry, I'm going to make the first of a series of videos about me and how I got to be where I am right now. My son's with me playing his DS player, so that's the little game sounds you hear. I'm having to use this bright light on my camera phone, so I may not look at the phone like directly because it is blinding me. I can see a speck. I can even see, you know, I can tell that like I'm on the camera phone, but I hate that this phone does not have like a front camera. My son's trying to get in the video.
No, I'm trying to see what you're saying, the light.
Yeah. I have a bright light in my face. That's what I'm seeing. Have you ever had a camera flash in your face? See, he thinks it's funny. He thinks anything that happens to me like this is funny. I don't know. You know, he's 12.
It's always fun.
Anyway, I hope everybody's New Year's Day has been good. I found a spot that I don't have to look directly at the camera. I can actually see what I'm recording. So that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to start with, let's see, it's 2013. This would have been 2007 when I got the lap band. So this is like 8, 9, 10, 6 years ago. Not this month, but this October will be 6 years ago. I had my first lap band put in. I was living in Houston, Texas. My mother had passed away, and she had an estate that was getting split between my 3 brothers, my sister, and myself. And we were getting, you know, semi-large checks at a time, so it was making it easy to pay bills and other things. And I'll go into this relationship later, but I was in a relationship that was quite controlling, and he really wanted me to lose weight, and all my own personal attempts had failed. So I was trying yet again. I ended up, when we got to Houston, I was probably, I think I was either 219 or 220. I can't remember, maybe 229. There was a 9 in there, so it was like 219 or 229, something like that. And I'm trying to get something to prop my arm up on, because this is like,
Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me to turn my game
hard to, no, you can keep your game on. Oh, see, that's much better. I look like hell right now. I just got out of the shower and I look awful in this light. But anyway, my son thinks that's funny too. He thinks everything about me is funny, you know, just to have the mind of a 12-year-old. Interesting, huh? Anyway, stop your play your game. I have a great time with my son. He's a great kid. Anyway, I remember sitting in my living room in Houston. I must have been off of work that day, or maybe it was when I first got here. I just remember I had just put a large check in the bank. I think it was a $40,000 check. And we were, you know, planning on paying bills, doing some shopping for things that we wanted, like a video camera, things like that. And I kept seeing these commercials that True Results was putting out there for lap band. And I decided to call them and just see, you know, because I knew I didn't want gastric bypass. I've never been a fan of gastric bypass. Just a personal, you know, thing with me. I just don't care for gastric bypass. And I didn't know about the sleeve. The sleeve was not being talked about. So it was gastric bypass, the RNY, which might be gastric bypass. I'm not sure about those two because I don't know a whole lot about them. But what I did know was enough to make me rule that out. And then I had started seeing this stuff about lap bands. So I thought, well, let me go see, you know, find out what this lap band is about. And so I called True Results, and they set me up with a surgeon in Houston. And I think it was like 2 weeks later, maybe. I don't really remember. I met with a surgeon in Houston. He was a very, very good surgeon, or I thought. I'm not sure how I feel about him now, but I don't hate him or anything like that. But I had, you know, I had went to a seminar, and I found out enough about lap band that I was interested, and then I went and met with him, and he, you know, definitely said, well, you definitely don't need gastric bypass. I wouldn't do that. He said, my suggestion for you would be lap band, and I think you'll do quite well with lap band. I'm trying to figure out what that, okay. Anyway, something reflecting on my phone. I was trying to figure out what it was. But anyway, so I had met with the patient coordinator, I believe it was, or financial coordinator, and, you know, told her I'd be paying cash pay, and, you know, upfront cash. It was $12,900. I remember that. And I think it was like a week or two later, I was banded. And I had lots of success. I'm gonna pull out some pictures here of what my results were. I got banded October 27th or 29th. I can't remember exactly the date. But I was banded in October of 2007, and I moved to Las Vegas the end of July 2008. And I think I was 230 the day of my surgery. My doctor did not give me any instructions pre-op as far as all liquid diet, no diet instructions really. All he said was do not come back and have gained weight. That's all I want. Don't gain weight. So of course, if you have a doctor and you're going for gastric surgery, part of your problem is you don't eat properly. You eat more than you should. Your portions are out of control, and if they don't give you pre-op instructions like diet or anything, well, of course you're going to gain weight. It's ridiculous. So I didn't, do anything special pre-op, but I did gain weight. I was 217 when I went to see my surgeon in Houston. He no longer practices there. He shut his practice down and moved back to the country he's from. And anybody watching this had him for a surgeon, you know who I'm talking about. And I don't think that name calling is, dropping names is appropriate. I'm not blaming him for my, band slipping or anything like that. So I just don't see the point in saying who he is. It doesn't matter. But anyway, he, banded me, and I had quite a bit of success, and everything was fine. And by the time we moved to, we're saying, okay, I got banded October of 2007, and by August of 2008, I had gone down from, I think I was 230 the day of my surgery, and by the time August rolled around, count it, that's like 10 months it took me. I was down to 118. So here is one picture from when I was, I had to get this card. It's a TAM Nevada card. If you know anything about Las Vegas, you have to have a tobacco, alcohol, something. I know it's tobacco and alcohol. This was the TAM card, and you can see how thin I am there. I'm about 117 pounds there, maybe 115, but I think it was 117. And then here's another picture. For some reason, this one shows up better. Although I think the light, okay, yeah, you can see quite a difference. That is me. It doesn't look like me, but that is me. That's 115 pounds. I don't want to be that thin again. That was extremely thin. But I do want to be about 5 pounds heavier. I met with a plastic surgeon in Las Vegas when I was that way, ready to have my plastic surgery, and he wanted me to put on weight. Caleb, what are you doing?
Side by side.
I'm not doing a side by side.
I know, but I am.
Okay. That son is strange. And he thinks it's funny. That's what's so funny about him. Everything was fine. I didn't really, that was when I started having problems, was that August. And not being, if you're not planning on staying in the place that your surgeon resides, please be close enough to get to them if you have problems, because I fully believe the fact that I was not in Houston, that I was in Las Vegas, contributed to my band slipping. And I'm going to go into more of that later in another video in this little series. I'm not sure how many I'm going to get done tonight. I'm just doing it while I'm waiting for laundry, and I'm going to do them in 10-minute increments. So everything was okay. I couldn't find a job. I was still getting checks from my mom's estate, so it didn't matter. I was able to pay rent, and I started having problems with anything staying down. Couldn't keep weight on. I don't honestly know what happened. I have no idea why the problem started, but they did. And so the next thing I know, I had trouble finding a doctor who would take me, because I had not been banded by any of them in Las Vegas. And I understand that. I get that. They want you to be banded by them. So that was, basically the gist of the start of the trouble. And so I found a doctor, paid him like, it was like $300 and something every 3 or 4 months, and it would cover me for fills for like 3 or 4 months, or run fills or whatever. And that was where that started. So I'm getting ready to end this one, this video, so I can start on the next one. We're going to stop right there with the fills and unfills, and I will pick up in a few minutes. Okay, Bye.